So Damon Dash got arrested yesterday. And the reason why he got arrested yesterday because he owes $400K in back child support. Okay. Now, before we begin today's story, let's get a lot of disclaimers out of the air. One is just because Damon Dash owes $400K in back child support, that does not necessarily mean Damon Dash is broke. He's broke as a joke. He's going to be living in and out of cars and in abandoned alleys and parks. That does not necessarily mean that Damon Dash is broke. Secondly, I heard a lot of excuses from a lot of Damon Dash stands that are for and against this man that made excuses that he turned himself in. Damon Dash was fully aware years in advance of this situation. Okay. In a TMZ video, he did an interview with TMZ, and he basically said that he was not fully aware that he was behind in child support. And if the situation was, and if that situation was the case, Rachel Roy could have took the money from a company that Damon Dash and Rachel Roy owns, and just took the money from the corporation. Now, if Rachel Roy would have done that, would have just went on and did that, then Damon Dash would have been screaming on social media that, oh my God, Rachel Roy is embezzling the company's funds and putting it in her own bank account and this, that, and the third. Now, I feel like Damon Dash is a good guy. He's a stand-up guy. He's got principles. And I feel like he takes care of his kids from the two. He got kids from two different women, and he takes care of them. Okay? May not be in their lives all in their whole entire life, but he does take care of his kids. I fully, truly believe that. Okay? But with that being said, Damon Dash owes $400K in back child support. He has no one to blame but himself. Okay, if you look in the mirror, he's the reason why the back child support is not paid. I'm gonna say this for a second time. Just because he owes $400K in back child support, that does not necessarily mean Damon Dash is flat broke or could not afford the back child support. Okay, so why Damon Dash is in this predicament, and I'm going to explain it. I feel like as far as a business mind, a business mogul, I feel like Damon Dash has an eye for that. I also feel like Damon Dash has his finger on the pulse when it comes to business practices, and I just feel like with his resume, as far as Roc-A-Fella Records, he's always in the pursuit of business. Okay, I think in the beginning stages of Damon Dash, he was always ahead of the curve. Not so much in the later years of Damon Dash. Okay, Damon Dash owns a lot of companies. He owns a lot of homes. He also owns a lot of real estate. And he owns a museum, a studio, and a Damon Dash network. And when you just look at the businesses alone, when you separate everything else from the businesses he actually owned, none of those businesses are making a profit for Damon Dash. Okay? But I feel like Damon Dash, when it comes to business, I think he has a business mind. The problem with Damon Dash is just like any other individual that's in a crisis when it comes to their finances. They don't make sound financial decisions. Now, Damon Dash has a history of being a spender. Okay, Damon Dash on record basically said he doesn't wear an outfit more than once, or even shoes more than once. Okay, and when I read that article, it kind of harbors me back to Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was pretty much was built that same way, where he was a huge spender, and he would just buy clothes, wear them only once, and just leave them there. Okay, so it's not a surprise to hear that from Damon Dash. Once again, I feel like Damon Dash, when it comes to a business mind, I think he has a sound business mind, but when it comes to financial decisions, he has a character flaw about that. He has an issue about that. He spends more than what he actually earns or make. Okay, and that's why Damon Dash is in the situation where he is now. Clearly, he's not the same Damon Dash 10 years ago or even 15 years ago. Damon Dash should scale back some, and I'm pretty sure he had plenty of financial advisors at the time that was trying to put him on a plan like that. But knowing Damon Dash, he's very egotistical, and those financial advisors would not last long under Damon Dash. Okay, Damon Dash would simply just cut him loose. So Damon Dash has a sound mind, but in the early stages of Damon Dash, he was sort of ahead of the curve when it comes to business decisions. Not so much now with later Damon Dash. Damon Dash pretty much followed trends and fads, particularly in business when they're at their later stages, when they fizzle out. Damon Dash should have been head first with music streaming. Okay. I felt like he sort of let that go because he was he was more concerned about art, about museums and things of that nature. He, pretty much left the music biz. I felt like Damon Dash could have easily, if he put his best foot forward and just only concentrate on music alone, and he could have made another close to. It wouldn't have been as successful as Roc-A-Fella Records, but he could have made another record label and have new have new artists under that label. I feel like the best attributes of Damon Dash is music business, but Damon Dash was trying to be a master of none, but pretty much is all over the board, trying to get his fingers and get his touch on everything else business, entertainment business related, having his hands everywhere instead of just concentrating in one area, and particularly concentrating in one area that he was good at. Okay, so Damon Dash, and I'm gonna say this for the fourth time because I know people are gonna say Damon Dash, just because Damon Dash owes $400K in back child support does not mean that he's flat broke. And just because Damon Dash paid to get himself out of jail, that doesn't necessarily mean he's financially stable. Okay, I feel like Damon Dash is sort of in the middle, but it's not too late for Damon Dash to change his business practices, what he's going to put money in or not. And when it comes to this child support, particularly with these two women, Damon Dash can't just treat it like a business. Okay, if he needs to pay what he owes with these two women, and then he can pretty much move on. Okay, so I kind of wanted to talk about Damon Dash and the situation Damon Dash is in. And there's a lot of people that are laughing at Damon Dash because, Damon Dash, a lot of the relationships Damon Dash had with a lot of people such as Sean Carter, Jay-Z. I'm not going to mention the other guy, but he has his own YouTube channel, and on a day in, day out basis, he's talking about either Damon Dash or Jay-Z or Roc-A-Fella Records. I'm pretty sure he's laughing. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that did business with Damon Dash that got the short end of the stick with Damon Dash. He's pretty much laughing at him. It is what it is. Damon Dash was never, sometimes Damon Dash can be a butthole to a lot of people. All right. And I feel like Damon Dash, I don't think this is going to be the demise of Damon Dash. I feel like as soon as he take care of the situation with the child support, which I feel like that's going to be resolved in the next couple of weeks. Once he gets on track on that, he should, go back what made him good and what made him best. I feel like Damon Dash, when it comes to music, he should entertain the notion, which if you look at music today, is different than what it was in the 90s. Okay, clearly he's going to have to have some people around him that are familiar with today's music and how today's music does its business. Okay, but I do feel like Damon Dash, when it comes to the artist, he promotes the artist very, very well. Okay, so he's going to have to partner up with somebody, particularly if he wants to go back in music. As far as the art museums and things of that nature, I think he should scale back on that to a lesser extent. And to be truthfully and completely honest with you, I feel like that was something that one of his girlfriends mentioned to, his wife, or either Rachel Roy. I feel like that was more of her thing, and he wanted to support that, but he really didn't have a lot of knowledge about art. He sort of just, followed what she thought was, good. And I'm pretty sure in the beginning stages it was like that, but now I feel like he's a little educated with art. But the funny thing about art is it's not like music or entertainment, where if you got an art piece or a sculpture, it just blows up. Okay, a lot of expensive art is older art pieces and sculptures and things of that nature. Okay, so I wish him the very best, and I think he'll be fine at the end of the day. But he has responsibilities. He's going to take care of his responsibilities, and I'm pretty sure he will. Excuse me. But it is what it is. Guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. It's your boy, and I'm out.